Key things here, if you look at these institutional levels, the school, the district, and the classroom, you see 1% of the variation is at the district level, the one that we're here to talk about today. 2%, about twice that, is at the school level, and then 7%, 7 times the district number, is at the teacher level. So that leaves 90% to be accounted for by the control variables, which is age, free lunch, race, ethnicity, stuff like that, and then another 59%, which is left unexplained. And by unexplained, we mean that's variation at the student level, just different kids having different levels of achievement. That's measurement error. These tests aren't perfect. That's the dog barking outside the classroom on the day of the test. So does this mean, you take a look at this, you might say, well, it looks like the answer to the title of your report, do districts matter, is no. It's only 1%. I guess we can sort of pack it up and go home early because we don't need to answer the rest of our research questions. But if we interpreted the results that way, we might also say, look, the teacher slice is only 7%. Looks like teachers don't matter either. But I think most of the folks in the room know, based on lots of research from at least the last decade and going back further, that there are huge differences in student outcomes from being assigned to a highly effective teacher versus a less effective teacher. So we can take these numbers, take that, if we took the 7% of the teachers, and we put that into a sort of a standard deviation. What's the difference between a teacher at the 30th percentile and the 70th percentile? In our data, we tell you it's 0.16 standard deviations, and here 10% of a standard deviation is about a quarter of a year of learning. So that's something like a third of a year of learning, from having a teacher at the 70th percentile versus the 30th percentile. Now let's do the same thing with the districts. Let's take that 1% slice of the pie and see what that translates into. And what you see here, it's the 0.11. And once again, 0.1 is about a quarter of a year. So basically, you move from a 30th percentile district, sort of slightly below average district, to a 70th percentile, which is above average district, and you get about a quarter of a year learning more by the end of a 4th and 5th grade. So we think that's pretty meaningful, and that because those 1, 2, and 7% numbers, are just sort of a small slice of the sort of policy variation in our data, that once you look within that, you see these meaningful differences.